What's going on, chat? Happy BTL Tuesday, episode 454 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by your two hosts, Krabs and Javon, presented by Pickett Sports. If you're not tracking on it, what are you doing? You live under a rock, you caveman? Grow the fuck up. Start tracking on Pickett. Wake up. Use promo code Javon and get yourself set up nicely. It'll take 3 seconds. Go download Pickett. Okay? Javon, squad ride cake. Let's just cut the shit and get right to it. Unbelievable. I think Goats might be muted as well, but that's okay. There's nothing much to talk about here. Shit bet. Shit bet.
Cake.
Yep. 2 words, chat, cake. Golly. How did that empty net miss? I don't know, Hoove. I don't know.
Got the hook of Chew.
You know what, Goots? This is going to be an early one. I got a bitch. I got to get this out. Run that shit. You know, we're recording this MLB podcast last night. Javon's dropping little Phil's nugs in the private chat saying, oh, look, Toronto bang. Turns out that wasn't even a real goal. Sure, they scored again a couple minutes later. Ended up working out. We probably could have used that goal, though, Javon. Goodness gracious. Because we get down to the end here and, you know, waiting for them to pull their goalie, waiting for something to happen. Just any team, either one, to put a ball in net, whether it's the Bruins with an extra guy or whether it's Toronto with literally a fucking open net for 2 minutes. Okay? Not a single thing was done in those last 2 minutes besides a fucking ball that hit post. Sorry, a puck that hit post. And that was fun to watch as the clock was expiring, you know, down from 4 seconds. I mean, unbelievable, Javon. We're sitting in there in the lobby after we record the MLB pods, and we're like, all right, might as well sweat out the last couple minutes here. Let's see if they can put one in. We got 6 minutes left. We've got power plays. We're thinking, okay, there's definitely a chance here they put one in. Then moose shit happens for 6 minutes. Nothing. Nada. Zip. Not a fucking shot on goal. Either side. Even on the fucking power play. Nothing. And then the last 10 seconds, we see this guy dribble the puck down the fucking ice and take one last shot in an open net. I've never seen a puck move slower in my life. We're all getting closer to the fucking screen, just waiting to see it go in. It's tracking. It's right there. It's on the way. Clank. Right off the fucking post with 4 seconds left. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it was goose.
Goodness gracious.
Actual goose piss.
I mean, it was right there. It was right there, folks. There it is. Boom. Right off the post. Great. Thanks. There goes my $250. There it goes. See ya. Javon.
Yeah, Bruins did way too long, but they couldn't get the puck in the zone, dude. Like we could have probably gotten an extra minute and a half of empty net time if they could actually hold some puck possession in the O zone. Didn't do it. That was piss.
Unbelievable, dudes. Unbelievable. Couldn't even get one more. God damn. Zebra piss. Yep. We're not going to blame the refs, though. We're just going to blame that bet being an absolute shit wager. All right. That's on us. We will spin the wheel. We will. We will spin that fucking wheel.
Wheels getting up and moving.
Get that wheel loose. We're going to need that wheel. All right. Yeah, deservingly so. Both of us are spinning that shit. Shit day yesterday. Not good bets. We got sub bangs coming in, thankfully. Looks like the chat still believes. We got Padawak coming in. 13 months. Appreciate y'all and always. Royals team total over for life. Okay. Padawak, you get it. He gets it.
He might be tapped.
He might be
coming here with a sub and the trophies respect. It's how you win our heart.
Dialed. Okay. Rykalt's also coming in, resub and Sea Breezy as well during TMA. If you guys missed that this morning, you can always go back and rewatch on YouTube. W Mikey holding it down, and I believe Mikey's holding down the Surge stream today as well. So Dub's there. You guys will catch me at the end of the week. But Mikey's going to take over today and listen to some plays and see if we can craft up some winners, because I couldn't do it yesterday. All right? Holy smokes, we got a 20U sub whale.
Wow.
Dude.
Nukenheimer.
We got a 20U Nukenheimer whale max sub bang coming in from our guy B-Tide. 20 units. Let's fucking go, B-Tides. Sure we can, brother. How we doing? Bang! Let's go. Sure. All unders bang. Where's my guy in chat? I need to see him. Where's he at? Show yourself. B-Tides. Where you at, bro? What'd you hit last night? Must have been something. B-Tide is him. Let's fucking go,
Could be
chat. Let's
that.
get some WB Tides going. There he
That all unders
is.
parlay.
There he is. Is that what he cashed on? An all unders parlay.
Oh, I don't know. But it
Okay.
said plus 17K.
Holy smokes.
I mean, that's a whale. Was
Wow.
that him? The all unders parlay?
It might have been. It might have been. Let's go, boys. How about Jared Jones? Yeah, he's unbelievable. This kid is just goodness. I mean, he was pulling up some crazy pitches. His fucking slurve, whatever the hell you want to call it. I mean, I've never seen some guys look so stupid at the fucking plate. They were striking out, falling over each other's, and laughing watching their replays of themselves striking out. I've never seen players laugh at themselves striking out. That's how you know how nasty a pitch is. That's all you can do is laugh.
That was crazy.
Bro, look at this parlay.
That's wild.
Are you kidding me? Scroll up a little bit. Wow, and he even took that fucking Toronto, Kansas City under that I was on the over in. I wish I listened. I should have been tailing B-Tide. Holy smokes.
B-Tide might have been locked.
It's in my DMs, WB Tide. Hey, I appreciate you for the sub banks too, my man. You are a beast. All right, appreciate the support. Always nice to see, members of the squad come in here after a big day and reward the team, reward the boys. All right, back to Malik coming in, giving out a subby to Alex. Let's go, Malik. You're my goat, brother. Cannot let Lightning 99 also get swept under the rug. He resubbed as well. It's Pepe Oite, fellas. Javon, comments.
Maybe the most popular play of the MLB season is Race F5. So
okay. We'll see how it
I'm
plays
nervous.
out.
I'm nervous.
Hopefully that's a little bit of bias in there and you're a little worried because it's your Rays. Hopefully. But, I mean, the fact that you're saying that means that you've probably seen it all over your feet today. It's not a great sign. Yeah. Not a great sign. Yeah. All right. We'll see how that plays out. We'll talk about it. All right. We've got to go over Dinger Tuesday today as well, guys. We'll go over some daily dingers, some home run plays. We will spin the wheel here in a moment. And I also want to remind you guys, we did put out the NFL draft pods last night, late. W. Goots grinding his ass off, putting that puppy out there. Do me a favor, guys, real quick. We'll drop the link right now in chat. Wherever you listen to the podcast, whether it's YouTube, whether it's, Spotify, Apple, you like to just listen, do me a favor, click on the link, will you? If you're a BTL OG, if you're a lifer, if you come in here every day looking for winners, and you like what we're fucking crafting up over here, go click the play button for me, will you? It takes 3 seconds. All right, go bookmark that puppy. Darren says the pod was fire. I appreciate that. Javon carried it, I will say. So, definitely bringing up some guys who you wouldn't expect, talking about, positional depth, some linemen, some names that you guys might not even know, and a couple sleeper picks as well that Javon was throwing out there. So make sure you guys check out the pods. He also had a pretty fire take as well about one of the receivers who's highly touted. So I want you guys to check that puppy out. Pretty fire, all right? And yeah, he's rocking that Laporta jersey in that pot. Little sneak peek.
Had to be done.
W's. Do me a favor, A-Holtz. We'll drop the link one more time in here, but just go click play or bookmark it for now, or add it to your playlist or whatever so you don't forget. We've got an MLB pod releasing later this week as well. Okay, we interviewed one of my buddies, Austin Gauthier, who we've had on here, my BTL OGs, remember. We had him on each of the last 2 years, actually, since he just got started in the minors, and he's still there, moving up, absolutely balling. We talked to him too. So wait for that one to drop this week. And go check out the NFL draft podcast that we just put out last night, please. All right? And yeah, Austin is a fucking dog. He is. Dubs, I thought BTL were baseball guys, got to be better. We do have to be better with the plays, but we can't win them all every day, my man. We'll bounce back today with some more winners. All right? Awesome. Who was supposed to hit me up about the King of the Board giveaway? Borden, if that was you who won, do me a favor.
Yeah,
DM the BTL.
He DM'd. He did.
Wow.
I'll hit you back. Don't worry about it.
Perfect. Borden, I got you, bro. No stress. If you start freaking out, just DM me. We'll take care of you. Okay? Krabs, we're going to try squad ride with the channel points ever. Yeah, I mean, we could talk about it. We tried that on the 24-hour stream or something that we did, maybe on Sweats. I think with LC when we're playing MLB The Show, using channel points to give you guys opportunities for our OGs who are always in here to be able to give multiple votes for the squad ride. I don't hate it. We could think about it or talk about it, whatever you guys want to do. Okay. Awesome. What else we got? King of the Board. Did we flash that yet? That was 2 shit plays. Mine as well. W Transparency. There they are. Goodness gracious. Harris balled.
Yeah, Harris was Curry. Niang was not.
Okay.
So one of the two, but I think I'm gonna try and do that. Start with some fat plus chicky every week.
Okay.
So
Interesting new
that's the
strategy
goal.
here. I like that.
Yeah.
New strats, maybe you get out to a really nice start and you can lay some juice, or now you got to make a decision here and probably hit some, closer to minus 110 bets. But I like it. It's changing up the strat. We'll see how it plays out. Okay.
Yeah.
Gosh, man, I still cannot believe that squad ride. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Unreal.
All right. Should we spin that damn wheel? I feel like we deserve it after yesterday.
Get it
Shit
up
bets
and
in the
moving.
shop report. Squad ride L. I was thinking about the best ways to do this, and I'm happy for both of us to spin it, but maybe we going forward, we just do, we spin once for both of us and make these punishments a little bit worse. And if it lands on something I have to do, I'll obviously do it, like the, waiting outside and trying to get a celeb hit in the softball game. Or maybe we'll add some for Javon down the line as well, where if it lands on it, then he's got to do it. But today we'll both spin it until we make those adjustments. If I have to bring Peepaw's mitt to the game, I'm going to be extremely upset. So hopefully it doesn't land on that. Goots, how we looking? You ready to rip this
We're
puppy?
looking great. Do you
Okay.
want to change out what we did last time we did it or no?
I kind of do.
Yeah,
I
we
kind of
probably
do.
should. You can
I
take
think
it
if
was
we remove the ones
Trent's.
take Trent out, take 60-second super guts out. Maybe we put in a little Dinger Tuesday amendment and say like the underdog one, you can add it and be take a home run hitter X odds or higher.
Sure.
Mhm.
Why don't you
Make up
do
a number.
HR hitter plus 400 or higher? You want to do higher than that, Javon? You want to do 5?
Yeah,
Probably
plus
should.
1,000.
No, make it.
Plus 500?
How about we go 6? I feel like that has
Plus
to
600?
be. You got to
Okay.
reach.
All right. Sure. And we'll take one more out
Okay.
that we also used.
Yep,
Let's
I
think
took
of
it out.
another one.
Chat.
Yeah, Chad, any recommendations on what to add to the wheel, please? We will make this a group project. Okay? We got B-Tide giving out another subby to Dream Warriors. Let's fucking go, B-Tide, man of the people. We got Elliot Ranson as well coming in, resubbing. W's. Hype Train is moving and grooving. Squad Ride
999
Parlay,
challenges.
999 Challenge.
Fade LC for the day. Ooh.
That's just losing coins.
It's crazy beef.
I already had to tail Trent's fucking
Yeah.
parlays or his prize picks entries on Friday, and I got rid of my entire fucking balance. Gone. Dresses like a milkman for the stream. What is this, going to get free Chick-fil-A or some shit? Dressing like a cow?
That's
Remember that?
wild. That's wild.
One chip challenge. Krabs buys a Judge jersey. Oy. Weekend stream.
We already have that on there.
It's already on there.
Okay. 999 challenge. Dude, I mean, you guys have seen me at my peak. You've seen me at my worst last year, yakking in the Rangers bathroom. Do you really want to see me try to attempt it again? That's like asking fucking Ryan Zimmerman to come back on the Nats right now and bat third right away. And I probably could.
You have to tell.
You probably could do it if you wanted to, if you really willed it. But I don't know.
You have to
You know
tell
what? Fuck it, let's
Primers
put it on
open
there.
spotlight.
Have to tail Primers bet.
We got to tail the whole open spotlight from Prime.
The whole open spot.
We could put Megalodon on there. Is there Megalodon
we
already
can't.
on there?
We can't force the Meg Krabs. That fucks it up.
All right.
Can't force the egg.
All right. Bill Nicholson challenge.
We could buy a jersey. Somebody, I can't even, it's far gone now, but buy a jersey of a team that chat picks. That can be the Meg punishment.
I like that one.
All right, buy a jersey of chat's choice.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do that.
And you got to wear it on stream for however long.
Yeah, you got to wear it, of course, obviously.
Yeah.
How is that a punishment? Well, the punishment would be that you guys pick the jersey. I have to waste my coins on it, and it's probably going to be Aaron Judge. So that's probably the punishment. I mean, It's not rocket science. A monkey could figure that out. Really not that tough, but yeah, now we're here. All right, let's spin this fucker. Javon, you want to go first, or do you want me to?
Sure.
People saying that none of these are punishments. If Krabs gets a glove to the game, that'd be the worst day of his entire life.
Yeah, and I'm sure clicking the button for 200 or however much on a Judge jersey would also not be great.
No. And having to go buy a baseball uniform and go wait outside like a creep at the fucking ballpark across the street, asking people if I can get a fucking hit in uniform during their game probably doesn't sound like a great event.
Yeah, what do
That
you want
doesn't
us to
sound
do?
too fun.
Wants us to serve like actual jail time. Like, what are we fucking talking about, bro?
Jesus, dudes. What more do you want? I'm gonna chop my fucking arm off on stream or something? Jesus, when does it end?
It's fucking bitching.
Oh, all right. Spin that thing. Javon, you go first.
Sure.
Here we go.
Spin that shit. Spin that shit. Come on. That thing's ripping.
It's ripping.
Bet a plus 200s or longer
Or
underdog.
longer underdog.
Right. That'll be fun.
Yeah,
That should
that'll be
hit.
great. That'll be great today.
That should hit. Yep.
That should
Yeah, that'll
really
be
hit.
fun to find. You could always just take the Nats ML, although I don't even think they're plus 200. Shit.
Yeah, I mean the only ones on the board are the Marlins and the White Sox for baseball.
What about
Oh,
NBA
no.
or NHL?
So we got Marlins, White Sox, Capitals on the ice, and NBA. We don't have anybody because they're all close spreads. So I have three fucking options:
Capitals, and what are the two MLB
Sweet.
ones?
Marlins and White
Marlins
Sox.
and White Sox.
Great.
Awesome.
Well, you could pick some weird
Eric
sports.
Fetty
It doesn't
bump
say it
day.
has to be a big one. You could pick something weird. It's on there.
Fuck.
You
Yeah.
pick
I'm
like
gonna have to
tennis or I don't know what else goes on Tuesdays. Technically, you could probably pick a KBO play overnight.
technically could.
All right.
Fuck.
Well, we'll stay posted. We'll see what 200 or longer underdog you have to lock in. That's a shit bet. That's just coins lost. See ya. All right. My turn. Spin that puppy. Please, for the love of God, don't make me bring a glove to a baseball game. Please. Don't make me bring a glove to a baseball game. Wow.
We're gonna spin it. We're spinning it again.
Yeah, or you can't go same shit.
We're spinning it again.
Dudes, where is that in the rule book?
Can't happen. It's in the Gooch rule book.
All right, Goots rule book takes precedence. I'll give you that. Shit. Please don't make me bring a jersey to the game.
Bro, it's
Thank
gotta land on it
God. And it's gonna land
again.
on it again.
This is rigged.
People
This is
are
rigged.
people are saying this might be rigged, folks. They're
I'm
starting to say
taking
this
it
might be
out.
rigged.
Take it out.
I'm
No,
taking
don't
this
take it
shit
out. Don't
out.
take it out.
Take it out.
Well, all right, all right.
I can always put it back in.
Pause.
Well, now there's a better chance I get a shitty punishment statistically.
That's crazy, right? Oh my
You've got to be fucking kidding me, dudes. You've got to be fucking kidding me. We just put that in there.
Dude.
Dude.
There's no shot.
No.
There's no shot.
Aaron Judge.
After
Judge
I've been
Day.
leaking units the last 2 days, just left and right, just oozing units after a great week and a half. Now I got to go buy a fucking jersey that chat picks.
There's
Krabs,
no
you
shot.
are risen.
I wonder who they're going to fucking take. Are you kidding me, dude?
JJ McCarthy?
Yeah, how do we want to do this? Like, how do we let chat pick?
I'm
mean-
gonna I can ask chat to put people in the chat and I can see what I'm seeing more and put 3 of them in options for a poll.
Yeah. I
do
mean, that's
we need
probably
a
our best
poll?
option here. Chat's going fucking ballistic right now. Whoever said Sam
Yeah,
Howell
they are.
jersey, I
I
literally
think-
have 2 that are already signed. I have nothing to even do with those. I've got enough. Okay, I don't need another Sam
All right,
Howell
I'm
jersey.
seeing Aaron Judge, I'm seeing Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott,
Chat, keep those options
Deion
coming. Keep it simple.
Sanders.
Keep it simple. Just drop the name in chat if you want the option to be heard. Why are there so many JJ McCarthy's, bro?
Bradley
Beal.
Honestly, yeah, Bradley Beal's a solid one.
Bradley Beal is so fucked up, man. I hate him.
There's so many like slept on Krabs options that are not just Judge. Like, Beal
Dak
would be funny as
Prescott,
shit. Dak
Jordan
and Hurts would be
Poole.
funny as shit.
Deion Sanders, bro.
Jose Perez is crazy.
I don't think they make Jose Perez jerseys, brother. He's not in Shanghai yet. Once he signs with that team, the Sharks, I'm sure I can get a jersey. But I don't think they
Shedeur
make Jose
Sanders.
Perez jerseys, folks. Rendon, Corbin.
Shedeur Sanders jersey.
Jose Perez.
Goots, what have you seen the most of so far today? Salvi, I
I've
literally
seen-
have a Salvi
has
Perez
that, yeah.
right here that I showed
Yeah.
you guys yesterday that's already signed, sealed, and pressed.
I've seen Aaron Judge and Bradley Beal the most.
All right, chat. Without those two options, drop your favorite jersey you want me to buy and waste my money on and get pissed off about. Go, go, go. Whatever we see the
Hurts.
most of, we're going to put it in there. Jalen Hurts.
Don't say Judge or Beal. We already
Can we
have this
put
in there.
more
Chat.
options in the poll or no?
We can. We can.
All right, put Deion Sanders in there. Put Ron Rivera.
Ron Rivera's crazy.
Buy a polo.
A Ron Rivera jersey.
Soto
Put-
Yankees.
Put UVA custom jersey in there. That's a really fucked up one.
That's a crazy one.
I already have Sam Houston State, Riley grow up.
One more.
Dak Prescott's being said a lot. Put that in there.
Bronny.
That's it.
Caitlin Clark. There's a lot of Caitlin Clarks as well.
That's it,
Yeah.
Krabs. Dak is the last one.
All right.
You want me to run it?
Gracious. Yeah, run the poll. Fuck it. Let's get it over with.
2 minutes,
Chat.
chat.
What jersey am I copping? You get to pick. Waste of coins. I'm going to be blown. It is what it is. When the wheel talks, we listen. We don't have a
Aaron
goddamn
Judge
choice. It's in
is-
the Goots rulebook.
Air.
I mean, yeah, why do we even do a fucking poll, man? And I got to buy a shitty $200 Fanatics jersey for Aaron Judge that doesn't even have his name on it, which is honestly a W because the Yankees haven't changed their uniform since they won their last World Series back in 1900 when Babe Ruth was still on the mound. Dude, that is so beat. That is so beat. You're going to write it off? Yeah, what is that a tax write-off, chat? Does that count?
Could be.
Goodness gracious.
Judge got more votes than the squad, right?
Yeah, dude. I see where chat's fucking loyalties here reside. They want to see me in piss. You know what? I don't blame them. Shit. Yeah, Bradley Beal was slept on. He got no respect.
Yeah, I
I
would
thought
have
that was
loved to
going to be a
see.
fun one, but
I would have loved to see Bradley Beal.
new
That
poll,
would've
what
been
jersey, what
hilarious.
Judge jersey he gets?
That's doing too much.
Nah, I think
feel
I'm
like
just
you don't
gonna pick
have-
one.
I feel like you don't have many options there.
$135. Is that what he's saying?
That's probably
that
what
what
the
this
Fanatics
translates to?
ones are.
I would have loved to seen Krabs and a Kelly Green. I bet you would, God sent you son of a gun. I bet you would have. Huh? Now you're not going to get that luxury. Leave the jersey option on the wheel. I don't know,
No,
man.
it's coming off.
Financially, I think that might be coming off there.
That can't come off, or it can stay on, but he can't get it again.
Ron Rivera throwback would have been vintage. Yeah, that honestly would have been. That was a good idea. All right. Well, I'm buying an Aaron Judge jersey. Fuck me. Maybe that's what he needs to get going, honestly. Since he's got 3 home runs this year, he's on pace to hit 21 for the season. Maybe that's exactly what Aaron Judge needs. He needs Krabs wearing his fucking jersey.
Could
That
be the
get a go.
difference. Could be
Straight
the
up.
difference.
He's hitting a nuke that first day.
First
know
day
he
he put
is.
on that shit, 100%.
Dude, send me that fucking link. Will you text it to me since it's up, will you?
I'll
Goodness
send it to
gracious.
you.
And yeah, I will wear it on fucking stream when I get it, chat. I get it. I know the rules. I made them. I am the rules. I am the Goots rulebook. God. Buy it and light it on fire. I might use it as a cum rag. Straight up.
That's crazy.
Straight up. All right. Chat, let's get back to business here. We got shit to talk about. We got bets to hit. All right. We spun the wager wheel. I want to talk about the Giants potentially trading up or getting Drake May here. Javon, this is something that would not surprise me one bit. I feel like Drake May would fit perfectly in that Giants uni. He's just, Danny Dimes 2.0. Honestly, pretty hilarious. They go out and get a guy, in a similar spot, in my opinion. They took off his odds to be taken by the Giants. They took off the Giants' first position to get drafted off the books. And you can't take his draft spot right now because of all these rumors coming out. And I really, after seeing this and reading it out loud and processing it, it does make an incredible amount of sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Javon, thoughts? Do you agree, disagree? Would you be shocked to see the Giants trade up and get him? Or do you think that's a realistic possibility?
I wouldn't be shocked. It also, I don't know if you've been paying attention, but I've been seeing the Giants GM be very outspoken in a couple of the interviews for like the last couple months, saying like, yeah, I feel comfortable with where we are at the quarterback position, which probably feels like potential to be a little bit of a smokescreen. So like I would not be shocked if they traded up and kind of snuck up on everybody who's looking to make the same move.
Real Nicky Gambles, are you talking about back into the first round? Is that what we're talking about here? Because we know they're not moving up to number 1. Yeah, May's going to be average at best. I'm not the biggest May guy, but look, we don't know until we see him out there on the field. It's a completely different ballgame than college. You never know. All right? I just fucking hope we don't mess it up and we take Jaden Daniels at 2. And it's looking like where the odds are right now. I mean, he's back up to minus 350, right? Where he was the other day when I told you guys to lay the juice. It's already done. It seems like whatever problems were caused after that, joint meeting had been resolved between him and his agent and the Commanders, which is good. And it seems like he's the guy at number 2. So if you guys want to hear more about the drafts, our thoughts, our picks, talking about the Bucks, the Commanders, talking about some hot takes, some sleepers, some busts, some bets, and also answering some Q&A from a tweet we posted, going over some of your guys' questions, please check out the podcast. If you joined late, you missed it at the beginning, we'll drop the link one more time. Do me a favor, guys, go click play on this puppy right now before you forget, will ya? And then come right back, please. It helps more than you know. All right, check out this podcast. Let me know what you guys think. All right? Appreciate you guys. W Pods. Van Lith is out on TCU. Wow.
Canceling season tickets.
I'm so confused.
Literally canceling season tickets.
Call your ticket rep. We're going to need to cancel those.
I'm calling them and hanging them up.
Well, you guys did get Noah Reynolds for the men's team, which is fucking awesome. You'd love to see that. Hilarious.
Yeah. Need something because they got everybody gone. No offense. So they need somebody.
Okay. Well, listen after BTL, Dubs. All right, guys, please do me a favor right now. Click on this link in chat and click play on YouTube. Drop a like on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever. Click play. Add it to your fucking downloads. Will ya? Please? All right, it takes 2 seconds. It helps us out more than you know. Dubs. All right, guys. We got a lot to talk about today. Why don't we hop right into the Sharp Report? All right, I want plenty of time to go over your meat sheet. All right, we got to go over the squad ride towards the end, obviously. Dinger Tuesday as well. Got to go over our home run plays here, daily dingers. All right, guys? And also NHL and NBA, I would love to take a peep at too. So let's get started here. I've actually got a couple hockey plays on the board, and that typically, knock on wood, actually goes okay. So I'm hoping that, that changes the vibes today after a couple shit days of Sharp Report action for me. All right? Caps and Rangers, first period under. I'm going to take this every single game of the series and make coins. I'm definitely taking it into game 3 when they come back to DC, but I'm still taking it in this spot. Got a good line at minus 115. Already locked it in. Look, the Rangers have no reason to come out and press early. All they got to do is make sure the Caps don't pull off anything crazy early on. And the Caps are going to come out extremely physical, and we don't have to worry about them scoring against Igor, in my opinion. I mean, we saw how poor that offense was in game 1. They were trying to get too cute, taking the perfect shots. They really didn't have that many opportunities, later in the game. And especially early on, both teams were held to around 5 shots in the first period. So it was a defensive muckfest. It really was. It was an ugly first period. I think it'll be very similar in this game as well. The Rangers, they're not going to have to come out hot and put up hella points in this game because they're playing the Caps, who aren't really going to score anyways. I trust Lindgren to do his job early, all right, until he gets fucking tired. And I know Igor's going to do his job against the Caps. I mean, Alexander Ovechkin didn't even get an SOG in that first game. Not to say he doesn't here, but if it does, it'll probably be when he gets going late, not early in this contest. I think it'll be almost identical to game 1 and how it played out. I wouldn't be shocked if it's 0-0 heading into the second period.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it's fine with the Caps because the Caps have to score the first goal in every game, which is, I mean, that's part of the reason they played so defensive, other than it's just a style of hockey they play. So, I mean, down 1-0, trying to sneak one, you can probably bet on that every game of the series. So I'm with you there.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we talked about the
topic. Bojan went 2 for 6, 4 games in a row with 6 threes attempted. Beetle, great call, dude. Great call on stream yesterday. Appreciate you guys all coming on, giving some picks. Had a lot of great ones yesterday, honestly, on the stream. Dubs. What else were you saying about the Caps?
I was just saying, take it every game of the series, especially I think the one you're going to in game 3.
Yeah, 100%.
Sure.
Have to.
Yeah.
It's Caps at home with me boots on grounds. That's an under and a half. I mean, that might have to be a 2 you play.
Got to.
First period under as well. All right. W's take me to Colorado. Looks like you added them. I got them too. Dubs. What do you like about the Avs on the roads on the ML?
Yeah. I mean, you're going to see the Avs pretty much all day. It's like the most obvious narrative in hockey, probably so far in the playoffs, that, I mean, no chance the Avs go down 2-0, but not taking that because of that. It's like watching last game. Obviously, the story was Georgiev. He was absolutely terrible in net. That's why the game was so great. But really, the Avs outplayed them for a majority of it. It was just that every time they seemed to get a big goal to bring them right back into it, the Jets responded in a pretty timely way, especially that one coming out of the third period, or coming out of the second period to make it 4-3. So like things like that, like I like what the Avs did. They're pretty aggressive. Like, how can Georgiev really play worse in this situation, defending too? Like, as good as the Jets were, and as much as I still believe in them that series, what I saw from the first game was not great. So I think if the Avalanche kind of keep that up, Nathan McKinnon plays a little better too. He wasn't as aggressive as we were kind of used to seeing him in that game too. I think the Avs come out and get a win here. Is it obvious? Yeah, absolutely. But I do not think that they're coming out, 1-1, especially like they're shockingly, I would say, more physical than the Jets in that first game, which didn't amount to much because, like I said, Jets just got every timely goal in that game. But I don't think that happens tonight.
Okay. All right. I'm with you. Give me the Avs on the ML. I like how they finished that game. Not a great start. You can't ask for worse goaltending play either. So got to expect a bounce back here tonight. Love they're catching a little bit of steam as well on the roads. They're not going down 0-2 in the series. Give me the Avs. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Brock went 4-0 pitching plays to me over the last couple weeks. W, Brock. Appreciate that. Great play again yesterday. Appreciate all you guys for coming up and giving a pick. All right, make sure you do the same when Mikey's hosting today, please. All right, bring the energy. Bring the winners. All right. Let me take you to the NBA. Pacers. I talked about the Bucks in game one. They were free as +1 underdogs, and they destroyed the Pacers in that game. Sure, Indiana crept back a little bit late, so made it a kind of competitive, but overall, I mean, the Bucks dominated that game. They won, and they didn't really even need to give that much effort late, hence why the score got a little bit closer. But now we're seeing the Bucks, open up at -2.5 for this game last night, and down to +1 now for the Pacers. So 1.5 points of line movement there. Love that. I think the Pacers do bounce back in this game and get a win and split the first two with the Bucks. Even though I do like Milwaukee to win this series, I do think it'll go probably 7 games. It's not going to be easy. I just think Bucks -1 after seeing them blow out the Pacers in game one that nobody expected also looks a little bit too easy, and I'm going to fade. So give me the Pacers on the roads at +1. They look sharp, catching some sharp action down from +2.5 to +1. I will back Halliburton and the Pacers to get a big-time road win.
And on that,
Sure.
I like the little bounce back. Hopefully
Wake up
Halliburton shows up. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't do shit last game. He needs to wake up.
No, he's fucking terrible. He didn't even look to shoot for a majority of the game, which is crazy, especially with everybody on him. So maybe he does something today. It'd be in.
You think that line looks like bait for the Bucks at -1 after winning the first game? Maybe people are going to start hopping back on the bandwagon?
Maybe a little bit. The whole series, just without Giannis, is pretty tough to read line-wise. So I think whatever it is, nothing's ever like too weird.
Okay. That Judge jersey already putting in work with this great card, Krabs. Yeah, I hope this is a great card. So I feel really good about it. I do. All right. Take me to the Diamonds. Talk about the Mets. Talk about the guards. I want to hear about it.
Yeah, so for the Mets, we're fading Logan Webb again, which didn't go so well last time, and they were a massive dog in that game, or the D-backs were. And looking like throughout the board, like weirdly, we see like a 7 total today in San Francisco, and like Logan Webb, I remember the line exactly because it worried me a little bit as I saw steam in that D-backs game. He was like 2.5 earned runs, like +125. We have a 7 total game now, even lower. And what do you know? 2.5, but plus money, plus like 100, plus 105. So he's got pretty crazy odds and crazy lines, I would say. Fantasy scores in the same place too against the Mets offense, who is relatively anemic in certain spots, like they certainly were yesterday when everybody saw the Mets and Jose Quintana. It looked like the easiest play on the board. This does just feel like one of those series that I think are a lot of sketchy games, 1 through 3. And yesterday I took the Giants with Keaton Wynn on the mound. I'm going to flip-flop today. So I think Logan Webb has a little bit of trouble today with the Mets. We know the Mets are a little peskier against lefties, but they put the ball in play, which is going to be good, I guess, for both sides because Logan Webb wants you to get ground balls. I think they're going to find holes. They've been good against sinker ballers the entire season. But on the other side, too, Severino has been actually better than Logan Webb at getting ground balls. So I think with that Giants lineup, especially against righties, that helps a lot. So I think he's going to have a pretty good start. Low total, but if you were looking at Logan Webb's props today, you wouldn't think that. So watch the Mets sneak one. Plus, couldn't tell you why. There's been a 20-ish cent line move towards the Mets in this game on the road after doing absolutely nothing yesterday.
Okay. Something I want to bring up real quick before we forget, because our guy Leopard found a pretty good square on Prize Picks. Alex Bregman has been cold as ice. He's up for 1.5 total bases on a red out chart. Would not be surprised if he comes through today and finally does something. He's been cold as ice to start the season.
Yeah.
Sure.
Crazy square.
Yeah, that's a
there
weird
is
square.
there is wind blowing out though in Wrigley, so I mean it's a little tax there, but yeah, that might have to be taken.
Dig Dad, I did watch the first game, and I know, like I just said, the Bucks did blow the Pacers out. But if the Bucks were such a lock today, why are they getting steamed down from -2.5 to -1? If you just took everything that made sense or happened in the game before and bet that way, you would be down so many coins. If it was as easy as betting like that, we'd all be rich in 1 month, and all the books would be bankrupt, and Vegas wouldn't exist. And I would have a penthouse in the very tip of whatever resort I could handpick, and I would run it because I'd be so fucking rich from taking the most common sense angles of all time. I wish it was that easy. It's not. Okay. And I'm going to bet lines, not teams, because that's worked and got me to this point, and nothing's going to stop me, especially not a comment from my guy Dig Dad. All right. Let's go to the Prize Pick squares. I want to talk about Patty C.
Not yet. Still got the guards. Still got the guards up there.
Shit. Okay.
You know, who's pitching for the Red Sox today against the guards?
Tanner Houck,
who just had a complete game shutout. He threw a Maddox in 94 pitches against this lineup in Boston. So surely he comes back, and the Red Sox also have, Devers in the lineup, and Tyler O'Neill is coming back, who's been the source of everything for that Red Sox offense. And we're looking at a pick 'em after the way that game went. So I guess this kind of groups into the strikeout square. Like all of his lines are in the same exact place at that game. I was a little worried because last night I was looking at the lines. Earned runs, Tanner Houck was at plus 130. So I was like, maybe the books aren't leaning into it too much. Wake up today, there's a minus sign next to that over, which is pretty interesting. But Tanner Houck, like a lot of the reason he was successful, frankly, is because of the bottom of the lineup of the guards, which I talked about a lot, how he struggles against lefties. They could have pitted a lot of lefties against him for whatever reason. Like they went with Esteban Florial at the bottom of that lineup, who went 0 for 3 with 3 Ks. Austin Hedges was in there. I can assume Bo Naylor's probably going to be in there. He went 0 for 3 as well. Brian Rocchio was in there. They're probably going to go with Tyler Freeman, I would assume, today. He also added to the K total. So like the bottom of the lineup, I think today is going to be much better. It also helps that like a lot of the reason he got those strikeouts in those games and looks so dominant was off speed. And if you've not only seen Tanner Houck make 2 consecutive starts against the Angels, which I think you targeted the second time when he kind of got blown up, didn't help with his defense, but got blown up, didn't get nearly as many whiffs. It was a lot of off speed in both of those first outings against the Angels and the Red Sox. Not only are the Guardians going to adjust and put the ball in play more, but they have more of the tools to do it if they fix the bottom of that lineup, which I can only assume they're going to today. So, I mean, the dude just threw, I would say, the most impressive outing from a guy not named Ronel Blanco, who threw a no-hitter in all of the season, and we're staring at a pick'em in this game. So if you want to be the guy taking the Red Sox or backing Tanner Houck after that, when it's not only what happened the last time, but it's what happened in his last start, be my guest, because I'm taking the Guardians today.
I'm in. Sign me up. Do you also like his more than 1.5 walks allowed? I was looking at that earlier. The under is juiced, so that's why I stayed off of it. But the guy hasn't walked somebody in his last 2 starts. He hasn't walked anybody in 3 of his last 4 starts. And they're putting him up there for 1.5 walks. I mean, not that it perfectly correlates with your less than strikeouts, but if he's not striking people out, he's got to be doing something else. Maybe he's walking some people.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird square. It's like I don't know, because like you see those 2 Angel starts in there. Because the first one he was much more dominant, walked 2. The second one he didn't walk any. So like the reason I think they're going to hit him up a little more today and not get strikeouts is because he's going to be forced to throw a lot more fastballs. Which if you're doing that against the Guardians, they're going to put the ball in play. So like, as much as I would love to just take the super weird square, I don't love it for that reason. Because I think you're going to have to be aggressive on stuff in the zone.
We'll just stick with your strikeouts then. As long as we're fading them, I don't give a hoot. I'm in.
Yeah, I mean the line's exactly the same as that first game, which is, I mean, he had nine innings, obviously.
Jared Jones over walks was definitely free. Good play, UB Bulls. All right, anytime there's those weird walk squares up, typically you got to lean into those puppies. So great play. Jared Jones, also him. Unbelievable stuff. All right, I'm so excited to see this kid when he's fully unleashed and allowed to pitch as much as he wants in the coming years because he's a freak. I mean, his stuff is disgusting. He was making guys look foolish yesterday. The Pirates got another really good starting pitcher. Probably will be on the Yankees in the coming years, right? They never end up staying on the Pirates, but unbelievable start to the year for the young ace, future ace. Okay.
Sure.
Awesome. Let's hit the prize pick squares. Patrick Corbin, less than 15 and a half pitching outs. I hope he's still up. Looks like he is. Goods, because he's juiced to the under on the books. Also, he does have a demon up for 15 and a half, which is also weird. I don't know if that's been because of some odds moves or something like that, but they do have the same square up as a demon, which is super weird to see. And I'll tell you what, Patty C just pitched against the Dodgers in his last starts, got destroyed. They left him out there because they needed somebody to eat up innings. That's what Patty C does. But he got absolutely annihilated, Javon. 9 hits, 6 runs. It was batting practice. Once again, Patty C against the Dodgers, a tale as old as time. Now he's going to face him again in Nats Park. They just saw him a week ago. And his pitching outs after, staying in there for a full 6 innings and getting rocked is down to 15 and a half with the under absolutely loose. The juice absolutely loose on the under here. I'll tell you what, after an off day, the Nats bullpen will be rested. They will be more inclined to pull him a little bit earlier as opposed to when he pitched last week against them when they kind of needed him to stay in there and eat those innings. Today will be completely different. And I hate to say it, but I mean, he might be knocked out of this game early. He might not be going out there for the 5th inning based on how I project this game to go. I think it soars over, and it's not going to be because of the Nats bats against Paxton. I'll tell you that much. I think the Dodgers muck them. They're coming off a 10-0 win against the Mets on Sunday. They've had an off day. They need to still get back on track and play good baseball. They've lost 7 of their last 10 games. So I'm all over the Dodgers getting a Patty C, and with the Nats bullpen rested, they won't have to be, leaving them out there so much.
Yeah, I mean, the bullpen's pretty important because I remember last start we were talking about it, and they used, I think, Floro. I looked Floro twice in a row, and then Harvey and Finnegan both pitched the day before. Patrick Corbin took the mound, so they kind of needed him. Obviously, you have the off day now,
job.
and
Yep.
yeah, he's an innings eater, so it's always scary to fade that. But with the full cast ready to go after a day off, I like that.
Full cast, bullpen rested, yep, and just the fact that square is even up on the boards at 15 and a half after he was in there for 18 outs. I love, obviously. I don't know who's taken that more than, but I'm sure he's taken that last time. Okay, he's not even going to be going out there for the 5th inning, in my opinion. This one could get ugly, folks.
Yeah,
all right,
could be.
Damn, we lost Demons and Goblins in Arizona. Brutal, Brock. Dylan Edwards gone portaling. Damn. We got Big Swizz Sports coming in hot, resubbing for 18 months. Let's go, Swizz. Sure we can. Love that. We got Ben Ballman coming in as well. He wanted to parlay the squad ride. Thankfully, I didn't see that. Also, I would hate to manipulate the squad rides. Cannot be getting cute with that on the wager wheel. All right, we got THOHLIOS resubbing as well for 18 months. Love that. All right, the boys came to play today. They're active.
Yeah.
They're dropping subbies left and right. Chat, Patty C, less than 15 and a half pitching outs. Probably my favorite square today.
I like that.
Javon, you kind of already went over that Hoke square, huh?
I did, for the most part.
What about Randy? I'm actually pretty happy to see that Randy square, to be honest with you, because I was eyeing that puppy too. There's a couple, Randy and Yandy, up there.
Yeah.
Pretty red, right?
Yeah, I mean, this Randy square, this might be the weirdest square I've seen so far this year. So I'm kind of obligated to get involved. And trust me, like the last thing I wanted to do really at any point for this whole season, because he's been one of the worst hitters in baseball. Last thing I want to do is back Randy. But today, going to have to do it. It's just weird. Weird to see this up A when you look at the odds, like Yandy's hitting leadoffs, like he's always going to have the juiciest odds to score in a game for the Rays. Guess who has the same exact odds? The guy who's 3 for his last 41 in Randy Arozarena. And weirdly, like when he does get a hit, most of the times he scores from that, because if he's getting a hit, that means the rest of the lineup is kind of following suit behind him. But for Kenta Maeda, everybody knows he's terrible. Whole world is on Rays first 5. So that scares me a little bit there. But The one thing he has been doing a little better over the past couple games, he is running into fastballs. He's just been finding gloves. So like Kenta Maeda is probably going to give him like a solid, feast of off speed for a little bit. But that one fastball he sees, I think he runs into one. So, I mean, foreshadow the Dinger Tuesday, but I think there's a reason the square is on the board. He's the only two guys to have a minus sign next to their name as far as runs go, or Yandy, who's lead off for the Rays against Kenta Maeda, and Randy Arozarena, who has gotten, I don't know, he's hitting like 150 at most. So like that's weirdest square on the board. Going to have to get involved.
Okay. Wonder what side Dwarf is on. Yeah, Dwarf, people forget he pitched that, what was it? The Rockies run square yesterday. Who's the guy you love on the Rockies who hits Knicks? I don't know why I'm looking at his name.
Nolan Jones, right?
Yeah, Nolan Jones.
Nolan Jones.
He had Nolan Jones less than half a run when he had a Reddit out charts, and I'm like, all right, Dwarf, I'm gonna fade this square. It hits. It smacked. He didn't fucking score. Great play by Dwarf.
He's fucking
locked.
terrible right now.
Yeah, he is. He's missed. But that was like the weirdest square ever up there, and I was thinking while he's pitching it, oh my goodness, I have to take this more than. Thankfully, I didn't because it was cake. Absolute cake. Good play, Dwarf. All right. And yeah, people also forget I did smack a Krabby two-piece yesterday with the crazy comeback from the Nuggets, parlayed with the Pirates. How about them apples?
Wow.
W's,
Krabby two-piece.
Krabby two-piece, folks. How about it? All right. Randy hit run RBI. Definitely just take the run, bro. He just gave a wholesale job about it.
I mean, it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter.
Okay.
Take what you want, because realistically, I don't see him walking and scoring or something like that and ending on that. He's going to have to do like everything. He's going to have to get ahead.
All right. Well, I got another weird run square up as well. Brendan Donovan. All right. He hasn't scored in forever, a couple weeks, and he's up there redded out as heck. The juice is pretty much, minus 115 both ways. Last time I checked, should still be there. It was only a couple minutes ago. Brendan Donovan hasn't been doing really squat this season. Hasn't been scoring, that's for sure. I really like him to cross home plates, with this being probably one of the weirdest squares up there on the boards. I like the Cardinals. I like them to score runs in this matchup. I like the over in the game. Everything correlates perfectly. And I think Henry gets waxed up a little bit here by the Cardinals, unfortunately. So the juice on the over is moving up in the game. Initially, it was 8.5. The under was juicy. Now the over is juicy. We might see some 9 start to float around. And if that's the case, there should be plenty of runs in this game with the Cardinals catching steam against Tommy Henry. I think Brendan Donovan gets activated, does his job, gets on base, and then finds a way home.
Yeah, I mean, 2 reverse splits, guys. So Tommy Henry pitches worse to lefties, and so far Brendan Donovan's hitting better against lefties. So makes a little bit of baseball sense. Weird square too. I wonder where he's going to hit today, because I mean, if he was leadoff, it wouldn't be nearly as weird. But I don't know whether they do that against lefties or not. So that would be interesting. If he's hitting like in the middle lineup, this is a crazy square, and I'm 100% in.
All right. Well, let's hope he's hitting in the meat, not top of the order then, because that would be a weird ass square. Let's hope.
Still might be.
All right. Still might be. Dubs. Anything else you wanted to go over here? I like our sharp report today.
Yeah, I do too.
So do I. Change it up a little bit. No MLB straight bets for me. All right. We're switching it up.
Didn't even notice that.
Can't force. NBA, NHL. All right. We've been hitting bets over there, so why not stick to it? Dubs. Take the over in Wrigley and don't look back. Win gusting rumors. I mean, I wouldn't be taking the under. That's for sure. I don't know if I want to get on board the square over in that game with the wins, but I surely won't be fading it. No chance.
Yeah, won't hit that. I mean, the Astros just pissed me off.
Okay. Well, you want to talk about some Dinger Tuesday plays, some home run hitters?
Yeah, let's hope we actually get some home runs on this Tuesday, unlike the rest of the season. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, if we don't, we're going to spin that fucking wheel again, that's for sure. It's the only way to get better. Straight up. And the punishments are only going to get worse, chat. So stay posted. Don't miss an episode of BTL, especially if we don't hit a Dinger Tuesday play tonight. Tomorrow could get ugly. God forbid there's a squad ride out too. No chance that happens, but might have to spin the wheel twice.
Might have to.
Goodness. All right, Stantonian Blast is coming.
Probably is.
Okay. All right, let's talk about some of the Dinger Tuesday plays. Javon, you want to get us started out with your guy Randy? You already kind of touched on it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, this one, it's a write-off. No, it's donation with how horrible he's been hitting. Like I said, 3 for his last 41. But if I'm not getting involved with that run square on the board, This is like the one matchup where Randy has some kind of life, so I am forced, legally obligated, to get involved. So I'm going to die on that hill today.
Sure. All right. Randy plus 450 to go. Yeah. Let's hope he can get out of his little slump with a nuke piece today. All right. I've got my guy Nolan Arenado, who's been, not great, but luckily for him, he's got a really good matchup against a lefty, and Tommy Henry, who has not looked so sharp this year. Again, the over in the game is moving up. I do think there'll be runs. I like the Cardinals here in this spot, and I wanted to back a Cardinals bat who was getting some serious respect on the home run odds, and Nolan Arenado was that guy, one of the shorter guys in this game, and he has not really been the power guy that we've all been expecting so far this season. So I wanted to back Arenado. I thought his odds looked a little short, but it still is Nolan Arenado, so take it for a grain of salt. I do like him to go yard, though, against a lefty today.
Yeah, I think I don't know if it's still up there, but he had like a weird RBI square on Prize Picks too, which was interesting.
Good. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. What about Gunner? I'm sure Goots will get on board with this one. What do you like about him going yard?
Yeah, Good's going to be bricked. So, I mean, this is probably one of the more obvious ones of the slate against Griffin Canning. If there's ever like a prime Dinger Tuesday target, regardless of who he's playing, it's Griffin Canning, because not only is he giving up a shit ton of home runs, but he gives up barrels, like hard hit rate. Everything is just off the charts terrible. So, like, I think Gunner's already taken him yard once this year. Really a lot of the players that he's faced has. But there's a reason for it, because he gives up the barrels, he gives up the hard hits, and his off speed has been bad. So, like, it's forced him to throw a shit ton of fastballs. So, like, Gunnar Henderson, you throw that to him, he's going to take you lead off nuke again, just like he did the first time. So, going back to that one, I do think there's probably some runs in that game after yesterday's debacle. So, give me Gunnar.
Yeah, Mike Trout's good, right?
That's Mike Trout looking at 3 down the middle fastballs.
They weren't even meat. They were high fastballs right on the paint.
The first one was meat, but he was
the first one was
like it's just like you can't just not swing. That was just crazy.
He always takes the first pitch, and Craig knew that.
He does.
Right down the middle.
He does. Those two, like, you just can't watch those though.
I know.
It was unreal.
Bases yoinked.
I'll take the blame for that one. I had his fantasy score over yesterday, so that's all me. Easy. All right, Andy. How do you say this kid's last name? Pages.
Paez.
Andy Paez. All right, new young buck up for the Dodgers. This kid hits nukes. He hit one yesterday, actually. Unfortunately for Chris Taylor, this kid might be the future here. And a plus 360. I'm taking him to go back to back against Patty C today. He had crazy short odds. I mean, sure, he went yard yesterday. He's got some pop. We know that. All right, one of their high prospects. But I think, seeing him at one of the shortest odds hit a nuke today, right behind Mookie Betts, was all I needed to see. He was shorter to hit one than Freddie Freeman was today. And I know that's lefty-lefty, but I'm going to back Andy to stay hot here in Nats Park and hit his second home run in a row in back-to-back games.
Could be the difference, Krabs.
What do you think of this kid?
I mean, I haven't seen too much of him, to be honest with you, but they need a little jolt in the bottom of that lineup. Maybe he's the guy.
Yeah, facts. Pretty crazy. Chris Taylor was literally moving his sister out next door the day of the game, like 2 hours ago before BTI. I literally saw him moving boxes and shit right outside my place. Unbelievable. Look, I've moved a couple times, and that is tiring. I don't know about you, Javon, but we might have to fade Chris Taylor today. Bless his heart if he's out there on the fields. I don't even know if he's going to play anymore. He's hitting 100, but after a whole days of moving and helping the sister out, you're telling me he's going to go in there and get some hits? He's about to be gassed. He might fall asleep at the fucking plate.
Yeah, it's kind of rat meat.
Might be rat mates, and he probably will play today against a lefty, right?
Yeah, you would think. I don't know what if they're going to stop giving him that leeway now that he's hitting literally negative average points pretty much, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I probably just jinx him into hitting a nuke, but I know after I fucking move all day, I'm absolutely gassed. How the hell is he going to go play an MLB game tonight? What the fuck?
Who the hell knows?
We'll see, chat. Surprised y'all aren't on more overs since every under on the board hit yesterday. Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm not really, trying to force that because these juice baseballs are still locked up in New York. They haven't even broken them out yet for Judge. I don't know what they're waiting for, but until the weather gets warmer, I'm not going to be pressing on the overs because, I mean, unders pay. I'm not even really shocked to hear that.
It's also hard. It's also hard because the Dinger Tuesday games have been Cy Young performances really every single time this season so far.
UB Bulls, I didn't ask any questions, bro. I didn't ask any cues. All right. I mean, Jay Swish, I'll be honest with you. Would there be any difference if it's me or him going up to the plate right this second? That guy can't sniff a baseball. It probably would. If anything, it might help.
Yeah.
All right. Dubs, looks like we got one more each. I'm going to back Julio Rodriguez to hit his first nuke of the season tonight, Javon. I just feel this one on my plumps. All right. Seattle, look, they get a matchup tonight against Dane Dunning, my guy, bless his heart, but he's been known to make a mistake a time or two, and Julio Rodriguez has faced him, a little bit more than a handful of times. He does have a nuke against him in his career. He has a couple strikeouts too, but look, this guy's starting to see the ball a little bit better at the plate. Still has not, broken the seal and hit his first home run of the season. It's coming. And in a game with the total up to 9 against a guy like Dane Dunning and how poorly the Seattle offense has been performing recently, I think this total is pretty high. And with Seattle as a favorite on the road against the defending World Series champs with Gilbert on the bump, I wouldn't be surprised if it's Seattle, carrying the weight offensively in this game. Maybe J-Rod finally does the thing. All right. That's a crazy looking prop stock cash chart considering he hasn't hit a nuke today this season. Right? That is absurd. J-Rod, he's got to break the seal, man.
It's a crazy total.
He's got way too much pop. He was in the home run derby the last couple years. And
Crazy
he hasn't even gotten off the
Schneid
schneid yet.
Krabs.
Huh?
That game having a 9 total makes no sense whatsoever. Like even like when I'm looking through the pitcher like earned run prices, the hit run RBI prices, like they all look like a 7.5 total game. So like why it's at 9, I have absolutely no clue. It's probably the weirdest like non-correlation thing I think I've ever seen looking at like baseball totals and stuff. So like something's off with that game. Maybe it's a J-Rod legacy performance.
Cal Raleigh game also. I thought about taking him, but he hit a nuke last night. I figured I'd give the old man a day off. Cal Raleigh, living legend. All right,
Well, he did have a day off. Did have a day off.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Maybe he'll go with yards. His odds were insanely short for this game.
Yeah.
Absurd. Dunning about to get rocked. I agree. I think he does get rocked. I do like the over in this game. We might have to sprinkle after talking about that. If it looks like the weirdest freaking high total of the year, we might not have a choice.
Like if you look at, I'm not going to go through it all, but like if you look at like the hit run RBI prices, which usually are the like strongest correlation to whatever the game total is at, like they look like every other low total game on the board, minus maybe like Giants Mets, because that's like the lowest. It's like it doesn't make sense at all.
Weird. Really weird.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, you got one more to go over here. Willie Adames. What do you like about him going Yaya today?
Willie Adames going against Bailey Falter, which to be honest with you, like when you want to target Willie Adames historically for power against a righty, and Bailey Falter is not that. He's only had like 6 ABs against a lefty, so the sample size really isn't there this season so far, but he hasn't gotten a hit off a lefty, and I think he does today because Bailey Falter, like when you target Adames against righties, weirdly, it's a lot of off speed where he gets a lot of his slugging from. But against lefties, it's a lot of fastballs. So that's exactly what Bailey Falter does. He throws over 50% fastballs, and that's definitely how he's going to attack a lot of those Brewers hitters today, including Willie Adames. So I thought his odds looked a little short across the board. I think he also has a run square up on Prize Picks. That's a little weird. I think he's where the random power infusion comes from the Brewers, because there's always like that weird guy for the Brewers, not just on Dinger Tuesday, but I guess a lot of the matchups where you think they can score runs, who just pops out. So I think it's Willie today.
Right, Willie Adames Day. It has officially been crowned. All right, do your job, Willie. Come through for the boys. Let's go, Brew Crew. We talked about the Brew Crew plenty on the MLB pod we recorded last night, Javon. Excited for that to drop probably tomorrow for the people.
Yeah.
Sure. Chad, if you join late, if you're in here for the squad ride towards the end here, if you missed the beginning, we did release an NFL draft podcast late last night. If you want to check it out, do me a favor, click like on the YouTube link and click play on the Spotify and Apple if you can. Here's a link. W's.
Smart.
Appreciate you guys. We got JMart23 MJ coming in, resubbing. Love that. We got J Het Life coming in, dropping a W comment for the vibes. Best home run picks of the season, not overthinking it. I agree. We're smacking one today at least. All right, let's each get one and go about our day. All right. Okay, see the picks, definitely fading. Interested how they do this. Yeah, let's listen to this guy who can't even spell interesting or use grammar. He's definitely
You
smarter
gonna,
and sharper than us.
you gonna fade a home run pick? You're gonna take minus 500. That would be a smart way. Smart way to go about
Sure.
it. Get
We'll let
like a
Mike do
unit.
his thing. It seems like he needs to just be left alone. Okay. We'll be watching after Surge. Excited to see what halfback y'all got the Cowboys drafting. Okay. That could be Trent Burner. That could be Trent Burner trying to craft up a no home run life, folks. Seriously, somebody mark that down. We'll do some research into that. Krabs, my girlfriend's boyfriend. Okay. I'm not even going to read the rest of that shit. Coastal KC, bro. Come on, man. Come on. What do you think about Gary Sanchez? Nuke odds are low. Well, what do you think about Gary, Javon? I feel like he respects coins on Dinger Tuesdays.
He does. He's like a sneak Dinger Tuesday guy. It's like, I mean, up against a big fastball guy. I mean, you're not going to hear an argument from me, especially since it's a lefty.
Yep. Krabs, how'd you get in my account and place 100 on each of these? That's on me.
Come
I will.
on, don't do that.
Apologize.
Don't do that.
Yeah, and always, like I say every time on here, these are lunch money sprinkles. These are lunch money sprinkles. These are 0.1 units, 0.2 units. Okay. Go small on these. These are fun wagers that we do on Tuesdays. Okay. Buxton leading his game with no homers is speaking to me. Javon, thoughts on Byron Buxton going yard today?
Yeah, he is usually top of the odds, so the placement's not too weird. But
I just
yeah,
don't
I
love
wouldn't hate
runs in that game.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say I do either, to be honest with you. At least, I mean, I think a majority of the no runs are going to come from the White Sox, but
Yep.
could be. It's weird.
Okay. Sure. Can we take a peep at that MLB cheat sheet for today? Rumor has it it's already been released.
Sure.
Dubs. Anything you want to point out here for the people that they need to take notice of?
Yeah, I mean, if you couldn't tell by the Dinger Tuesday picks, two guys, at least in that realm, kind of zeroing in on are Kent Maeda and Griffin Canning, not just because of the numbers, but because of the matchups they have against a couple of these pitchers. So those are the guys I would certainly watch out for. Dane Dunning, too, that game with a weirdly high total in Texas. Wouldn't be surprised. It's the only way the Mariners really score runs. They don't string together much offense. It's just, nuke after nuke if they do score runs. So guys like Cal Raleigh, who are on the right side and have seen him a good bit. J-Rod, too, I think will be in the mix. I think Jorge Polanco might have decent numbers against him, too. So I'm with him. Obviously on Gunner, wouldn't be surprised if Adolis gets loose, too. Mookie owns Patrick Corbin. Darno is hottest hitter on earth. So, yeah, relatively simple there. You can go to the bottom. Gunnar Henderson, anytime nuke squatter option is hilarious. One of the reasons I like the O's to score runs at the very least, which we can talk about that, but Canning is a home run option, not just because he's given up a lot, but there's like a reason for it. He gives up a shit ton of barrels, does not keep the ball on the ground. And not only Gunnar Henderson, but like the whole O's lineup loves to get in the ball in the air. So I think that's a recipe for disaster there. D-backs too, talked about this. Really every time they face a lefty, they don't strike out. They put the ball in play. So for a guy who has really low strikeout numbers, like Steven Matz might be a problem for him today. And then the A's facing Stroman today, who loves to nibble just like right outside the zone. The A's swing a lot at that shit. The one thing that like the Jays did really, really well is they were super disciplined when they faced Stroman, which made life a little tough. He had to pitch more into the zone than he really would have liked to, which led to, Varsho taking him yard. The A's probably not going to do that today. So I think they have a lot of strikeouts in their future against Marcus Stroman today.
Okay. Shout out Dandro Roberts for the follow. Kylo dropping a follow. Love that. W gents. What else, Javon? Anything else you wanted to go over? Any other Phil's nugs? I feel like you just crushed it.
Yeah, not much else from me.
Good work. Chad, if you guys aren't hip to these cheat sheets, Javon tweets these puppies out pretty much on the daily, and they are absolute fuego. So if you're betting MLB, if you're a baseball guy, make sure you check out Javon's tweets, usually in the AM or typically right before BTL. He puts these puppies out, and they're a great resource to kind of keep up on the side while you're looking at locking in bets. Okay.
That's an insane comment.
Old school Javon locked, like when Trent milked him into dehydration.
Milked him into dehydration is top 5 most insane comments I think I've ever seen.
What is he talking about, bro?
I don't know. I guess I'm old school lock today. I don't know. That's
Trent-
hilarious, though.
Trent milks you into dehydration every day.
He
He
tries.
tries.
Javon,
Tries his
Javon,
hardest.
Javon, what's the square? Javon, we got
Dude, he
literally
was
nothing.
doing it. He was doing it from Belize yesterday,
Oh, I believe
begging.
it.
Unbelievable. Where's the Chad fans? That's a good question, Ben. Chad
Yeah,
fans will not be
I
making
might
a
need to get
return
one
for a
from my
little
house and put it in here.
bit. That's OG Javon vibes. The
Yeah.
Chad fan.
The Chode
Sure.
fan, dude.
Only OGs
Crazy.
know. We got KD, Meester 23 coming in, sub banging. Let's go. Bang. 4 months. Love that, KD. Appreciate the subby. All right. Trent is the dehydration station in the O's dugout. Okay. He's the opposite of the hydration station.
That's unreal.
Oh, man. All right. Let's keep moving to grooving. We only have about 15 minutes, Chad. I want to touch on the NBA and NHL games, and then we're going to do the squad rides. All right. Let's go to the NBA real quick. Suns versus the T-Wolves. Suns are +3. I definitely lean the Suns, Javon, here, but I saw they are definitely getting some bets. Probably a little popular pick. Not surprised with their big three they've got. It looks like the public thinks they do even up this series. I agree with them, though. I think I'm with them as well. Javon, what are your thoughts on the Suns in this game?
Yeah, I don't mind the Suns really at all, tying the series up. It's a tough one, though, because it's not one that I'm really dying to touch, but I think they make some adjustments here, and the offense works a little better, low total. So definitely a low margin for error against the T-Wolves defense, but I
Okay.
think they do it.
All right. I lean the Suns as well. I don't know if I'm going to play it. I do like the Pacers a lot, chat. All right. I'll probably be on the Pacers today. Very, very solid chance. 99.9%. All right. I'm probably going to play them. Javon, are you going to look to take anything in this Bucks-Pacers game? What are your thoughts?
Probably not, unless you're telling me you're putting meat on table for the Pacers. Then I'll be obligated to get involved in tail.
Okay.
But not dying for it.
Yep. I still like the Bucks to win this series, but I do think the Pacers might steal one here just by looking at this odds. But that's a strictly line move bet in this game. After the Bucks came through and nobody wanted them as +1 dogs in the first game, now they're sitting at -1. They look free. They look easy. Just take the Bucks on the ML. They'll do what they did the last game. If it was that easy, the sports books would be bankrupt. Okay, they're not. Give me the Pacers.
Sure.
One more game. Mavs Clippers. Definitely want to talk about this one. I know Kawhi is a game time decision, game time call. It's his knee. Not a great sign. He did take part in Monday's practice, though, so maybe he could go out there. What are your early thoughts right now on the Mavs game, Javon? I'm seeing the Clippers now back to -1.5, and that tells me that Kawhi's probably going to play, right?
Yeah, or at least some sort of indication. Maybe it was just a reaction to them saying that he was at shoot around or whatever. But it's Kawhi centered movement, so
Yep.
I would certainly lean behind the bad news with the Mavs, especially like that first game. It's not like they played overly terrible. They just didn't hit shots. I guess the one thing you could say is they weren't looking for great shots after a while. They just kind of settled for iso ball, a lot of pull up in the mid range too, which is not really the Clippers game or the Mavs game. So like now I think they work to get better 3-point shots from a lot of the supporting cast. Gafford also got in foul trouble, which not out of the ordinary for him, but if he can stay in the game a little longer, they match up better. So I would love to, if Kawhi is playing, of course, nab the Mavs, tie it up.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the odds to win the series between these two teams. The Mavericks are +125. Okay, I figured they would have been at least a little more juicy since they're down 0-1 in the series, Javon, and they're a dog in game 2. Wouldn't you think they'd be a little closer to +150 at least?
Yeah, you would kind of think.
Point?
Maybe not 150, but definitely a little juicier than +125. But I mean, you couldn't have shot worse than they did in game 1. That was actually embarrassing to watch. So you got to think there's some positive regression coming there. So I do think they snap back and have a little better shooting night, which if they do that, I think they're fine.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I kind of want to take the Mavs now. I'm not going to lie. Now that they're, back to +1 by the bad news here against the Clips. Yeah. I'm in. And mainly because
the
that
lines in the
+25
playoffs.
line.
I think if you've bought bad news in every single game, you've won so far this playoffs. So I think it's quite the opposite.
Agreed. Bet lines, not teams. That's how you win, chat. Straight up. That's how you win. All right. What about NHL, Javon? We've already talked a little bit about some of these games. We're both on Colorado, who I'm seeing continuously getting some steam. They're up to minus 120 some places now. Love that. What about the other games? I obviously like that first period under in the Rangers. We'll start there. What do you like in Caps Rangers? Gun to your head in GTA. What are you playing in this game if you need a winner?
Gun to my head, I'm playing the Rangers puck line in this game,
Okay.
which
Wow.
I'm not going to do it because I don't want to. But
Okay.
I think it's more of the same of what we saw in game one. The Caps are going to play defensive hockey early on because they have to get the first goal, and if they don't, they're dead after that. That's just how they play. So, like, I think in game two, maybe they have to be a little more aggressive, trying to make sure they don't go down 2-0, because I think the series was over before it started. But if they go down 2-0, it's cake, period. So maybe they're a little more aggressive, like at some point middle of the game, if the Rangers score a goal early, to try and crawl back. But team's not built to crawl back. So I would play gun to my head in GTA Rangers puck line, but I don't like playing puck lines in the playoffs all that much.
Okay. All right. I mean, yeah, they're getting some serious respect in a playoff game against a really good franchise that's had good success. Minus 290 for the Rangers. That's pretty telling, in my opinion, even for the best team in hockey this year. They might spank them. Let's hope
Yeah.
it's not early. All right. Let's hope it's a very similar game to game one, where limited goals, limited shots, limited offense early as both teams feel each other out and play very physical to set the tone. And then the goals start flowing in period two. All right. That's what I'm expecting once again. Give me that first period under in the Caps and Rangers game, minus 115.
Sure.
All right. What about your Lightning? Thoughts on that game? They're down 0-1 to the Florida Panthers.
Yeah. I don't know. Seeing a 5.5 is weird in this series period. Not that like we're not going to see it. We already saw it game one, but was kind of everybody's POD in game one because those two teams at 5.5 is crazy. I think more of the same is going to happen early on. It's going to be a little slower, but I think it picks up goal wise late. I cannot get myself to push the Lightning plus 150 button because that looks like the easiest take a flyer dog play in the playoffs I think I've ever seen, which is kind of the same thing I said about the series as a whole. But I do think we get goals. It all comes down to like power play. I think the Lightning are going to try and get the Panthers physical and mucked up and stuff to kind of draw penalties. They'll be lethal on the power play. It wasn't great in game one. Didn't get many opportunities either. It's probably going to shift a little today. So like I think we see a little more goals. Not going to be like a 7-6 Jets Avs game one, but I like the over, even if it has to go over late.
Okay. Points, goals, everywhere. And
Yeah.
honestly, I'm with you. I think Tampa looks like the Vegas Sharp dog of the day today. I think the Panthers win.
It's crazy.
What about Nashville and Vancouver? We haven't talked about that game yet. Any thoughts?
Yeah, so we just got a big shift in that game. Can argue the best goalie in the league, Thatcher for the Canucks, is out for possibly the whole series, starting with this game. That news like just dropped as we're talking about it. So I don't know what to do in that situation, because I guess if you want to argue with that now, if Casey DeSmith, I assume, is going to start, the Preds might unseat the Lightning for easiest dog shot of the slates. So I'm so sworn off of getting involved in that game.
I mean, if their star goalie is out for the Canucks and they stay at minus 142 against the Preds, wouldn't you like the Canucks?
Yeah, I doubt they'll stay at that number, though. It's probably going to start to get steamed towards the Preds. Demko is like, I mean, that's one of the biggest things the playoffs, him being out for that entire series potentially. So that's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. All right. We'll probably let that line settle before we take anything in that one.
And this, I wouldn't say hockey bad news is not nearly the same as NBA bad news. NBA is like the bad news, like sport. Hockey, sometimes you can do it, sometimes maybe not.
Okay. All right. Well, I really hope my Caps shock the world today and pull off an upset. Maybe they're the first road team to actually get a win in the Stanley Cup playoffs. We'll see. All right. I'm not fucking putting my eggs in that basket. I'm not financially, wagering on it. But I do have that first period under, and me and Javon both are on the Colorado Avalanche on the ML if you're looking for a play. All right?
Yeah.
Dubs, it's about that time, boys. Let's fucking run that shit. I want to see that train. Goods. Dubs, chats, can we please lock in for 5 minutes? Please. All right, let's fucking dial in here. Figure it out. Find a squad ride win for the people. All right, we got plenty of options, plenty of sports, plenty of winners to pick from. Javon, I feel like we got to put the Avs in there. What do you think?
Yeah, probably should.
Abs.
That's like remember what I did for the Abs Oilers game, Krabs?
Yep.
Thinking about doing it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. W gatekeeping.
Huh. All right. Well, let me know.
Yeah.
Abs my POD. Let's fucking go, Charlie. Hope you
Yeah,
had a
I
good
think
birthday
it's
over the weekend, Beast.
probably gonna be everybody's, which is scary, but I'm not
Okay.
scared now.
We got DJ Lean coming in hot resub, and let's go DJ Lean. 18 months. Love that. Dubs. Everyone on the Avs, great.
Everyone is on the Avs. It's the rare situation where I don't give a shit.
Okay. What about the Pacers and the Mavs?
Mavs, I don't want to get involved in yet. But Pacers, I can get with you on that.
Okay. You taking ML or we taking the point?
You can take the ML.
Agreed. Good. What about these Suns? We want to leave them off? Maybe they're a little too public.
No, I don't mind the Suns. I don't mind getting involved with the Suns. A little bounce back.
Back pocket them and see if we need them.
Can back pocket them for sure.
All right. I do really like that first period under on the ice. We can also go to the MLB slate right now, though, and take some looks there, too.
I really like the Mets.
I was going to hope you said the Guardians, but
that Guardians game, there's potential. I mean, for a squad ride, I'm still taking the play, but for a squad ride, that game has got some weather concerns.
Okay. I mean, I think Sevy pitches well today, too, by looking at the Prize Pick Sports. Are you comfortable fading Webb again for a squad ride in 2 consecutive starts?
So comfortable because it feels like much less of a comfortable bet than the D-backs were, which, I mean, that was a little forced because of the slate we had, but this is a little different.
Right. Okay.
I really, really like the Mets.
Done. Enough said. Mets ML. What else we got on the MLB slate today, Javon?
Trying to think of whatever else we talked about because I guess we didn't go too far through the slate.
I like the Dodgers team total over today, but it's the Dodgers team total over. I also do like the Guardians. Like, I definitely would not mind putting them in there, but if you're sketched, we can leave it off.
I'm not sketched to the play. It's just if we do end up getting them selected, we're gonna have a contingency second option because rain out could be very possible.
Word. Okay, let's just leave that out then. I'm good on that. The over in Seattle, Texas.
Yeah, I mean that total is crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're putting that in there. Seattle, Texas over 9. I think either Suns, Caps first period under, or an MLB play are our best options remaining. What do you think?
Potentially Suns.
You want to go Suns?
I feel like that's giving me a weird Plums feeling.
I'll tell you what's giving me a Plums feeling is the Mavs, but if you really want to wait, we can. And we can go with the Suns.
I mean, I don't want to bet against that line move if it has to do with nothing. And Kawhi ends up not playing. And the line flipped just because it flipped.
Okay. You're not buying in yet that he's fully in?
Not yet.
Okay.
But I'll be on it.
I think he probably is if the line's moving because they probably know before we all do, but I'm cool with leaving it out and being conservative. And let's go with the Suns.
Yeah. Surely.
All right. Chat, 5 plays, 5 winners. You've got 2 minutes to lock in your vote here, so hurry up. Go, 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 go. 5 plays, 5 winners. Avs ML, Pacers ML, the Mets ML, Seattle, Texas over 9, and the Suns +3. Go, 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 go. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Lock the fuck in. You got 2 minutes to click your squad ride pick. Keep the blinders on, and as always, click the right button, chat, please. Will ya? We need it today. Don't click the play you love the most. Don't pick the click the play that's makes the most sense or looks like it's the easiest one to smack. Click the right button. Trust your cojones. Trust your stones. All right? Lock in. We got Soldier 70 coming in resubbing. He's locked. 4 months. Love that. All right? Get these votes in, chat. I want to see him. I want to see 100 votes for the winner. No excuses. All right? Stick around for the surge stream. It will start up right after this. Don't forget Javon's plus 200 dog. That is a great point.
Ooh,
Well, Javon, you
very
only have a
true.
couple choices here, my man.
I do only have a couple choices.
You only have a couple choices here.
Does it have to be a plus 200 dog, or is it anything plus 200? So it's the difference.
Anything above.
I think it's
There and
anything
above.
plus 200s in general. What did it say on the wheel, Gates? Just
It's anything plus 200 or higher.
okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it could be a prop.
Yeah, could be.
You know, could be a prop. Chat, get those votes in. Hurry up. Go, 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 go. Show some heart. Show some heart. Lock in. If you're watching on YouTube right now, come over to the Twitch at Bookit Sports and get your vote in. All right. I got no qualms with you watching on YouTube's, but way more active over here on the Twitch chat. Okay. And would love to see you get your votes in. My YouTube people who don't have the option to do the poll. All right. Lock in. Come on over. Mikey's holding down the red tube as always. Tails all his time. W Mike. All right.
Red tube.
But come over from the YouTube real quick, chats, and join us on Twitch so you can vote on the poll.
Did say
And
underdog.
there it goes. The Avs ML. Great.
Well, I guess I'm going, since it did say underdog confirmed,
Okay.
I have to take the Marlins.
All right.
I'm about to lock that in for a
transparency.
unit.
Marlins for a measly units. Great.
God damn it, man.
$100 on the Marlins ML.
$100
What the fuck?
donation about to be locked in.
$100 on Miami ML against the Braves, who are 15-6 with Max Fried, who could not be more dip and is probably going to absolutely muck them up.
Fucking damn it, man.
That is a moose shit bet.
Really horrendous bet.
That is a
wager.
bet that you know as soon as you click it, it's losing.
But you only know the only reason that I took the Braves over anything else is because they did just see them. So if there's any weird stuff that's going to happen, it usually happens when you just see a pitcher.
So you're telling me there's a chance. Georgiev net and minus 120 fades is insane. Chelly, I agree, brother. We're all riding the Avs tonight. Chelly, POD, squad ride, handshake emoji in between. All right, we'll meet you guys at the cash counter. Stick around for the surge stream. All right, Mikey Overs is going to host that puppy. So come up, pitch him a play, give him a winner, if you will. And I'll catch you guys back on BTL. Same time, same place tomorrow. We'll be seeing guys. Good luck tonight. Peace.